Bookmakers all over the world are offering out thousands of free bets on a daily basis. Now why are they doing this? They're doing this to get your attention. They want you as the punter to bet on their betting platform as opposed to betting with their competition. Now if you're like me and you know the secret truth of the betting industry, you'll know that bookmakers restrict anybody who wins more money than they lose over the long term. It doesn't matter what form of arbitrage you're doing, whether you're doing conventional urban or whether you're using the free bets to urban in that manner, bookmakers will limit your betting capabilities to pennies, and they'll completely ban you from the use of any free bet if you win more money than you lose. Now for obvious reasons, this fact is not widely publicised, and a lot of people who just like to have the odd punt here and there don't actually know that bookmakers ban winners. But the cold hard fact is, just like Las Vegas, bookmakers are entertainment companies, and as long as you're having fun, but you're betting at poor value on things like accumulators and lucky 15s in a similar sort of fashion to how you would play on roulette or how you would play on a slot machine in Vegas, the host knows that you'll get some nice wins now and again, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you'll be losing more money than you'll be winning over the long run because you're not taking value. In betting, online bookmakers very often dish out price boosts. Let's take Sky Bet and let's take Man City and assume Man City and both teams to score is priced up at odds of 3.0. And then they decide to incentivise more people to bet into this market, and they do this by temporarily boosting the price. Sky Bet are now pricing Man City and both teams to score at 3.5. Now if we were to head over to the betting exchange Smarkets and check out the lay price on Man City and both teams to score, that price is 3.2. So we can simply place a £20 back bet with Sky on City and both teams to score, and then we can head over to the betting exchange Smarkets and place a lay bet on that very same outcome. You can see we would generate a £6 free bet. Now this concept is also very similar to conventional arbitrage and conventional urban. You load up an odds matcher, that pulls up any mispricings where the bookies have their prices too high and they're giving away value. So you can do the same thing again, simply back that selection that is mispriced with a bookmaker and then lay that same selection at the shorter price on the exchange using the exact same stake. This again generates a completely free bet on the selection. Now these are just two match betting strategies which you can use to smash the bookmakers every single month and earn a nice profit online. There's loads of other ones available underneath the match betting umbrella as well. The best website out there to do match betting in my opinion is OddsMonkey. I've used them for years and they've helped me earn thousands of pounds from the bookmakers without taking any form of risk. If you are interested in trying it out for free, my free trial link is down below in the description of this video. Now that concept is really simple. But as I discussed earlier, eventually the bookmakers figure out that you're outsmarting them and then they start throwing their toys out of the pram. Now this is the case eventually, but it's important to note that that is a long way down the line and you've got loads and loads of bookmaker accounts that you can use to make a profit, so don't disregard match betting as there are thousands and thousands of pounds on offer for you if you haven't already done it. But of course eventually, down the road you will run out of free bets and you're going to need another way to create those free bets. So the plan is to take the art of snapping up a price boost or getting on a nerve and applying that in an environment where the bookmaker cannot restrict us. Now we can do this on a betting exchange. The concept's exactly the same. We need to back high and then subsequently lay low. And if we can successfully do that, we'll generate a free bet and there's absolutely nothing that the bookmakers can do to stop us. Okay, so I'm just looking at a horse racing market here on Betfair. Now this is Betfair trading software. Now, it might look a little bit confusing at first, but believe me, after a little while it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. As we touched on, the goal is to place a back bet at a higher price than we place a lay bet. So for example, if we were to click on the blue back bet box next to the odds of 4.3 right here and place a back bet, and then we click this pink lay bet box at odds of 4 right here, we will have created our own ARB. So we backed at 4.3 and then we laid at 4. You know, it's the same concept of price boosts and it's the same concept of ARBing in match betting. But the catch is the money in the market only matches at the touch price. And the touch price is effectively where the back odds and the lay odds meet in the middle. So just to expand on that, because I know it is confusing, the odds for each runner are displayed in the centre of each ladders in the dark blue. Now of course people are competing to get the highest back price they can and alternatively the lowest lay price they can, and all that money gets condensed down and it meets in the middle. So you can see here, you can take the price at 4.3 if you want to back and you can take the price of 4.4 if you want to lay. Now the back money, which is lining up along the blue side of the ladder starts to outweigh the money and starts to eat through the money on the pink side of the ladder, which is the lay side, the price will come down. And alternatively, if the lay money on the left hand side, on the pink side of the ladder, starts eating through the back money on the right side of the ladder, the blue side, then the price is going to start heading upwards and it's going to start drifting out. So essentially the skill is to be able to read the market and determine where the odds are likely to be in the future. Okay, so you can see the market is moving around a little bit now. The flashing and all the different odds represents where bets are being placed. And you can see in the top left hand corner, we have the time remaining until the scheduled start of the race. So as we get close to the market, the flashing and the movement is probably going to start to pick up quite a bit. So the favourite is starting to catch my eye. I can see a little bit of movement on it and a bit of backing on it. So I'm thinking if the price breaks down and the odds get shorter, because there's going to be a little chaotic period in the market in a minute, I'm expecting. What I'm looking for is the price to stop going shorter and then stall, and hopefully the price will then head back out. So I'm looking to lay at a short price, using about a £50 stake or something like that. And then back at a higher price, which I'm thinking is probably just going to be up at about 4. So you can see there is a little bit of a movement here at this point now where I'm expecting a bit of volatility. So the price is coming in now. You can see quite a bit of back in there. Traded volume range on the right hand side indicates how much money is matched at each individual price. So I'm looking for a bounce back. Ooh, big back bet there. So I'm looking for a stall, lots of money to start lining up on the pink side, the lay side, and I think, yeah, I'm going to lay there. So I've laid £50 at 3.5. I'm now going to switch the free bet mode on the left hand side of the ladder. So that represents how much of a free bet I can make depending on how high the odds get. So I've laid for 50, I'm going to put my other £50 in on the back side, and once I've backed 50, so 50 in on one side, 50 out on the other, I'll have a free bet on the runner providing it's backed above where the green zone is on the left hand side of the ladder. If not, I'll have like a reverse free bet, if that makes sense. So I think I'm getting a bit nervous here with the price. I'm going to put another £10 in there, another £10 there because it's kind of stalling a bit. Probably is going to go up further back towards 4. But I'm not really seeing it, so I'm going to put the last £10 in at 3.7 and cancel the one which is further up the ladder. And you can see if that gets taken, we'll have a £12 free bet, which hopefully should happen any minute now, which it has. And you can see along the left hand side of the ladder on the favourite, I've gained a £12 free bet. So I'll switch over to the Betfair screen. That all might have been a little bit confusing because I was using the software, but if you break it down and you actually have a look at what's happened, if we look at the favourite, Braganza Bay, I think that's called, you can see I've made a £12 profit on that. So it's essentially, effectively a £12 free bet. And that has occurred because if we have a look on the right hand side of the Betfair screen, you can see we've backed on average at 3.74 using a £50 stake, and we've laid down towards the bottom of the range in that movement at odds of 3.5, also with a £50 stake. Now what I always do in situations like this when I'm trading is I always choose to cash out. So I'm just going to click cash out, and then once I do that, you can see Betfair displays the same amount of profit on each and every runner, which is what I do on every race that I trade, whether that be a win or whether it be a loss. So I use this method of creating free bets on a regular basis, and again the concept is very much attributable to like match betting strategies. The software might look a little bit confusing at first. I promise you'll probably adapt to it pretty quickly. So if you have been match betting for a few years, but you start to find that a lot of bookmakers are gubbing you and they're restricting you and you can't get much money on, but you're looking to continue making money out of the betting industry, be sure to check out my Patreon page where I'm uploading detailed descriptions of each of my trades that I'm doing, and that could give you an insight into Betfair trading and hopefully could help kickstart your journey into making these free bets as well. So yeah, that was an example of me generating a free bet over on Betfair, and there's absolutely nothing the bookmakers can do to stop us doing this. Now, if you want to check out my journey of trading from where I started to where I'm at now, click the video up on screen and that'll give you an insight into what Betfair trading is in a little bit more detail. Cheers guys, and I'll see you in the next one.